This is our game. Our team battle master. Start Unity up from the beginning. Splash screen. Our title screen. We did a little bit of playing around with fonts. As you'll see as you look through our credits. We're just trying to figure out which font we like best as a team. So, it's one of the things we've been doing. So this level we've already seen, so we're going to skip through most of it. However, we are going to show our new weapons. So that right there is the laser. It's the grenade, an old weapon. Ricochet bullets, an old weapon. And last but not least is the freeze bullet, which when you hit the enemy, it stops them right at that point for, like, I think it's 100 frames. No, 100 seconds. It's 100 seconds. So anyways, so we went through that level. This is another new level that we have made. This level has two paths. Both paths have a boss at the end. Is the idea. And it doesn't matter which path you go down. If you kill one of the bosses, the level ends. So once you cross that threshold to pick which side you're going on, it's going to block you off, and you just have to go through that side. One side will be easier to get to the boss, but have a harder boss. The other side's going to be harder to get to the boss, but have an easier boss. So both going to remain relatively the same difficulty, even though one may at times see easier than the other. So after we beat this boss, going to another new level of ours. Alright, just using different bullet types to go through. As you can see there, the hitbox for the enemy is, or the damage box is right in front of the enemy only. So it doesn't matter where you go around him. That's just one thing that we've liked to have in our game. Those turrets are new as well. They will just sit there stationary and fire at you when you get within their range. As you can see, we have different ammo pickups for each of the enemies, and they all drop randomly from the enemies when they die. And each weapon type has a set amount of ammo. Once you get to the max, you can't get any more, even though they will drop. So, now, here, you'll see coming up, part of the dash ability that we have is that you can dash through enemies. So right there, you dashed through the enemies in order to get out of a tight situation. So now we're just finishing up this level. Also, actually, before we finish up this level, I'll mention that the boxes that have been throughout the level was a new thing to add. We have just a lot of boxes and debris filling the level. So this is another old level. Now here we have another new level. You can see these turrets, lava, and the fire, whatever you'd prefer to call it. Damages you when you enter it. Now if you didn't notice before, we have been getting these plus health pickups. Some of them may have been in the levels that we haven't shown, so that might be why you haven't noticed, but as you can see right now, we have the starting total of 50 health, but that's only because we're damaged. So now that we've healed, we have 70 health. So the health will carry over between the levels if you get those plus max health pickups. So it's now important for you to hunt those down between each level if you want the levels to be, well, in each level, if you want the levels to be easier. So, just going through. dispatching enemies and turrets. Getting to that next boss. There we go. Now you do start each level out with max health, or full health, so that's a good thing. But this is another new thing we've added, that is the secret rooms. So every now and then, a room that looks like normal wall will actually be a secret room with some extra nice pickups in it, like that one had the plus health pickup, so increasing max health. So here we're going through another new level. By the way, the last level was an old level, so I skipped through most of it. We just showed the secret area we hid in there. As you can see, the boxes and the crates, or the boxes and the barrels, are in this level as well, just to kind of populate the level and fill up some empty space. So, yeah, the if I didn't mention before, the laser is just a trigger that stays there for a little bit. If we were using animations, it'd probably be like the laser going out, so it's not like instantaneous like it is right now. But any enemy that enters that trigger will take damage. That's the main thing we're having for right now. We may do it so like if they stay within it, they take continuous damage. We just wanted to test this out first. Also, you saw there was an orange trigger signifying the orange door that was opening. We were planning on using some colors to help decide that. This is another new level, and that was a new pickup that we added. That is a plus bullet damage pickup. So now the enemies are going to be a lot easier to beat from here on, because this increased the max damage, or this increased the damage that the regular bullet does. So I am just kind of jumping around right now with the dash. I'm just trying to save some time. As you can see, this boss is going to be a lot easier to beat now that we have increased damage. So here we're skipping through another old level, getting to our game's current final boss. So this boss that has been worked on has 2 stages. And you'll see the different stages here. Each stage has, of course, different states the boss goes through as he does his varying shooting patterns. So now we'll get through this level just a little bit quicker. You do have some enemies you'll have to fight in between the multi-stage boss. So like that was the first stage that we just beat, but as we go through the level, we'll have to fight the other stage of the boss. But our max health right now is 180 because we don't have a cap on it yet. So this boss may be relatively easy to beat. We shall see. Right here, the boss is launching missiles that we worked on, and the missiles don't even get time to. Nice.